I gotta do like the weatherman.
All right, we're live.
Live.
Yo.
What up? So, leg. You ever blow bubbles when you were a kid?
like milk bubbles with the straw, or like the bubbles with the little circle thing you got your hand all sticky.
Well, he's back in town and he's looking for you.
He's been trying to get me with this joke all day. But I know it, so he didn't get me.
It's such a lazy joke, but it's great. Oh, so we're chilling here with Brandon Christy of Ninja not Entertainment. Sorry,
Records.
Yes. Sorry, the Ninja and Entertainment roll off. The Ninja and the Entertainment roll off each other's tongues now.
I had a record label that was like under the table entertainment back in the day. But Twist is kind of biting because we formed Cryptic Ninja Records in 2001.
Oh, shit.
So we've been doing this shit for 21 years.
20
I mean, not really doing it consistently. That's just when we started doing shit. There's definitely been a 10-year hiatus or so. But I don't know, though, because Crazy K and Toxic Ty have always kind of consistently put out music under the Cryptic Ninja banner, if you will. I feel like, I got to move the camera this way? This shit is stupid. It's backwards. It's like a fucking mirror.
You're right in the frame.
Like an airplane.
I just got to pay attention so it's not like, yeah, everybody, this is me, and you can't see my fucking face. So
we apologize for being a little late, but not only does this guy run a record label, a rap, and a rap group, but he's also been in movies.
I've been in a few movies.
Oh, shit.
Twilight was merely my first feature film. I'm in a movie with Harrison Ford and Brendan Fraser called Extraordinary Measures. I'm also in a straight-to-TV movie called In My Shoes. And then I'm in episodes of Leverage and Grimm as well.
See, I didn't know all that.
I got a little bit of the resume. I mean, nothing as predominant as the Twilight. The Twilight one's like a feature. You know what I mean? Like, superheroes won't be able to see the fucking reflection of my shit in my shit.
Wasn't you just like a part of a con, Twilight Con?
Yeah, forever Twilight and Forks, man. Like, that shit is so. The Twilight shit, I know you guys are experts on Twilight, but for the fans out there in the world that maybe aren't on that Twilight wagon, all the movies, like, they take place in this town, and the book's called Forks, Washington, because the author Googled what's the city with the least amount of like daylight, where it's always cloudy and shitty, and so Forks, Washington popped up. So other than that, like, it doesn't really have anything to do with the movie other than the fact that the author placed it there. Like, none of the movies were filmed there or anything like that. But so this town has a festival, and it's like a log town in the middle of the Olympic Peninsula. Like, if this is the state of Washington, it's like way up in the corner over here. It's fucking, it's crazy, but it's dope because it's like the shit out there is fresh. Like, the mountains, the Olympic mountains are there, and the ocean's there, the Pacific Ocean. So it's pretty dope. And I went to that, and it's just, there was lots of Twilight fans, and I got all the love. I was signing autographs at the fucking gas station. It was pretty buck wild. It's pretty buck wild.
Now, I'm not familiar with the movie, so I don't even know what character you played.
There's this scene in the first film where the vampire is reading people's minds, and if you look up Twilight Cat Guy on YouTube, you can see the clip my homie put together. But it's like the vampire's reading everybody's thoughts, and people are thinking about sex and money, and then I'm thinking about my cat, and then there's a close up on me thinking about my cat. So it's like, and the cat community and the Twilight community are very intermingled. Very intermingled. So I'm very popular amongst the Twilight crowd because they're also the cat crowd because I'm the cat guy. So that's kind of, and I went to the festival, and it was pretty bananas. It was pretty bananas.
Yeah, I don't know. That's a weird name for it. Renesmee? Oh my god. But yeah, I did watch the first film, but I didn't follow it after that because that's the type of movie that you take a girl out on a date to.
I wouldn't recommend anybody watch it. Well, I think about me, I get this call for my first movie and it's a vampire movie. I was like, fuck yeah, vampire movie. Yeah, I want to be in a movie, a vampire movie.
So
And then
Blade, here we come.
The first day on set, somebody hands me a copy of the book and I start reading it. And I'm like, oh, this isn't what I was thinking. It's a little different than what I originally thought the project was going to entail. So I didn't know about the sparkly vampires till the release. I guess the book, but I didn't know ahead of time. But yeah, that shit was pretty crazy, man. I was on set for that movie for 3 days. Like the first couple days, I didn't even have a car. I rented a car and I just sat in my car and smoked weed the whole time. And then they came and got me to eat food. And then I went and sat back in my car and they'd come and get me for dinner. And then like, all right, you're cut. I'm like, all right, cool. I'm just sitting in my rental car, listening to the XM radio back in. That was the hot shit. It came with the car. The Ford was like a Focus or something I got. Something. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was tight though. So I saw someone get tased. That was cool.
That's interesting.
Yeah. The St. Helens police tased this dude. He was it was like we'd been there all night because this fool's delivering newspapers for like the next day. So it's like 5 o'clock in the morning. He's delivering newspapers and they won't let him through because it's closed. It's a movie set. And he's like, "Fuck you, movie bitches!" And he hucks this newspaper and he hits one of the PAs like right in the fucking face. And there's cops there. The cops are the ones telling him the street's closed. And so they just tackle us and tase his ass, and it was a whole thing. He was just trying to do his job.
That sounds funny.
Deliver some papers.
He took his job seriously.
Dude, the Oregonian don't fuck around, dog. That shit's got to be there by 5:30 on your mat, man. They don't fuck around.
Got the old people right on. My fucking paper ain't here.
We lost somebody.
Oh, the neck pisser company goes. He'll be back.
Yeah, I wish I had this set up through like a sound system so I could hear better. But whatever, it's working, I guess. What'd you fucking say?
I'm hard to hear anyway because I wear a mask over my face.
Well, shout out to all the Cryptic Ninja motherfuckers, motherfucking Cryptic Ninja Clan, Big Stevie Cool, Crazy K, Toxic Ty, all those fools. All the music is on. It's on Apple. It's on Spotify. It's in all that. CrypticNinjaClan.com. If you want to check it out. We had like 4 artists. I don't know how many albums we put out. Like 18 albums or something like that. We put out a lot of albums. And like at one point in time, it took like 4 totes just to haul our merch into the fucking venue. You know what I mean? So
that's how I feel right now. Buy this shit. I'm tired of toting it around.
No, like we'd sell like I used to pay my rent with beanies, dog. Like we sold so many fucking beanies. The beanies were our highest margin.
Beanies, so, when I had beanies, that sold quick.
Dude, I remember one time we went to an ICP show and we sold out. We sold like almost $3,000 worth of merchandise just to people in line in like an hour's time. The show was that was at the height of our shit when we were cracking.
Right.
Where like you start seeing people that you don't know walking down the street wearing your shit. Like that's pretty fresh. You know what I mean? So that shit was tight. We did that shit forever, man. And there's a lot of good music, man. The Cadavers on Kite String shits. I still bump that shit to this day, man. The first album's a little rugged, but it's the first album, man. It was just us getting our shit out there. Like I was talking to Double J, the producer dude, and he makes like most of the beats. And like about us recording our first album, we didn't even have headphones because we had to use that 1/8-inch plug-in on his computer to plug in our microphone and shit. So we didn't even have headphones. So you'd have to literally like bob your head and then start fucking rapping and do your fucking verse and then do your backtracks without hearing your backtracks. So we did like the whole first album like that. And then shit, like we printed out all of our fucking CDs on the computer. We went and got the blank CDs and put stickers on every fucking disc and we pumped them out 30 at a time. That's how we did that shit. There's even the cat piss version of one of our albums because we had all of our CDs set up and Homeboy's cat pissed on them. So we made that one an ultra rare CD. There's only 2 of them in existence. They're very rare, but people had them, and it's like one of our #1 collectible items is the cat piss version of Bloody Strollers. Can't get the shit. It's very rare. There's only 2 of them, but we have like a cornucopia of just merchandise and shit that we put out over the years.
And cat piss variant. That's fucking
the cat piss version of Bloody Strollers. Yeah. I was just talking about the plays and shit. Like, we set our standards. We had like, if you sold 100 albums, you went carbonium, and that was the shit to go carbonium, dog. That meant we went through a whole rack because we do 30 CDs at a time. Like the first 2 releases that were that way, and then after we started signing other people to our label, we'd get prints of 100 CDs. So if you sold through that first batch, you went carbonium, dog. So you got the cardboard record with your name on it, because people are fronting, but selling 100 CDs out there, dude, that shit is hard, dog. Like,
it is.
That shit is fucking hard, man.
It is.
Like, especially if you're just out there doing it. You know what I mean? Like, I know most of these motherfuckers talk about how they sell, 100,000 CDs or some shit. They're washing out that cocaine money because fucking, I'm telling you, being on the streets, slinging CDs, man, it's fucking crazy. You know what I mean? Like, you can ask everybody. And that's what we did, man. Like, I lived in my car, kept my turntables in the trunk, and fucking was promoting shows, selling tickets, or handing out flyers or recording music. That's what I did for probably 10 years of my life, sleeping and living in my car and shit. So, like, until we started making it, selling those beanies, then I got a place to live. Yeah. I could afford to get 2 of the spicy chickens at fucking Carl's Jr. You know what I mean? I might even get a drink instead of the ice water.
With the fry?
Yeah, dog. Balling.
That's how you know you made it.
I could order whatever
I wish I could look at the grind and like how hard it was. It wasn't the greatest time of my life at the time, but it totally was the greatest time of my life now. Looking back upon it, those were the good old days. You know what I mean?
You went up and down that road, bro. And you made something of what you got to do. I mean, I sometimes feel our show got over really quickly. Didn't wait for it to because I figured pay your dues, climb that ladder. But if you're consistent, I found out if you're consistent and you always do what you set out to do, and you never falter, you always get up and you always do it, you'll make something of it, and eventually it'll get somewhere. It just takes time, I mean, you've been doing it for close to a year now.
Well, that's what Shaggy 2 Dope gave me that advice when I asked him for music advice, like fucking in '96 or some shit. And he was like, "Do it." And that was the best advice anybody ever gave me. Just fucking do it, brother. You just go out there and fucking do it. It's like, all right, thanks, Joey. So doing it. Yeah, I mean, he told me to that '96, and then '98 was the first music that I put out in Portland. I went to the Goodwill. I got as many tapes as would fit in my pocket. And I went to the library at my college and I put them on the machine to erase all the tapes, you know what I mean? To get that freshest quality. And then, I put tape over the little slide and fucking, I made about 30 or so of my tapes, the Krusty tape, which is just a bunch of loops I'd beat or some beats I looped. Because I got this fresh ass Akai sampler, which isn't like anything like they are now. It was like 80s shit that my friend gave me. But the whole first part of it was all beats that I looped, and then me doing some scratching and mixing some music, and then it's all freestyles. I had like 3 freestyle songs. And that was the first shit I ever put out. And then at that point in my time, I had turntables and a microphone, and I got a motherfucking apartment, and I tried to turn everybody that I knew into a rapper. Like anybody that hear rap freestyle, I sold weed, so anybody come to my house to buy some weed, I get them on the mic, you know what I mean, and just I started fucking with people that started making music, a bunch of my friends, and so we did a bunch of shit. The Cryptic Ninja shit's one, and then I had a whole nother record label called Intellectually Sound, where we did this other kind of music called Head Hop. And that group's a little different. It's 3 MCs, a DJ, and 2 vocalists. So there's a lot of like R&B, like singing style shit on that shit. And then crazy fast ass raps. Intellectually Sound, that's on iTunes and Spotify and all that bullshit too.
Do you rap still, or?
I mean, I haven't in a minute.
You just do features and no group stuff now?
I've been doing the turntable shit for a while because, I DJ'd the whole time.
He be killing the DJ shit.
Yeah, I mean, I've been scratching forever, man. I got the first turntables in '97, I think, is when I got my turntables.
See, he's got stories for days with those turntables.
Oh yeah, well, I'm on my like fifth set of turntables.
Who have you all DJ'd so far for?
Like who have I fucked with, or who have I done like live?
Live.
I mean, Isham's the biggest person I've done live. Other than that, it's just like, local everybody's. You know what I mean?
Sean, that was good.
Yeah. Well, the Michigan Misfits, shit, they already know. If they know, they know. Because they seen that Garbage Pail Kid track, so they already know DJ Krusty be fucking with the Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah.
As far as music, I've done tracks with I Get Monoxide now, Jamie Madrox, Mastermind, Isham. I feel like I did scratching on a Wolfpack song, but I don't think that one was ever released by the homie that had that. A Project Born track a homie did I was on. I think that's probably about it, other than just, my shit,
I want to say you did one for the Black Rabbit too, one of those songs. I can't remember which one. I think so.
Yeah, just be scratching, Most of my equipment now is super fucking old. Like my turntables are totally dying. And I had to special order my stylus, like my needles, from this manufacturer that like bootlegged the stylus, like the needles that I had, because they quit making them. So they just made like a replica of them.
Sounds like you're gonna be on your 6th turntable set.
I can't afford to get new turntables. But I mean, mine are broken like if I'm trying to mix music with them. You know what I mean? Like they're not broken if I'm scratching, because I can still move the record back and forth. There might not be certain shit that I can do because the speeds of them aren't right, but whatever.
Okay. So we've established. So, do you have stories you can tell? Half of this show is about crazy stories that you can tell that you've experienced on the road, shows, or anything that can make our audience laugh, and enjoy their time with us.
Okay. I'm on tour with Kaga. You guys know Kaga the Ninja? Out of Spokane, out of Milwaukee. Look him up. Kaga is the business. So we're on tour with Tech 9. We're playing like we do like the little circuit. Like we do like Spokane, Seattle, Portland, Spokane, and then we go to like Idaho and we do like the Boise show. And Kaga had I'm driving, and Kaga had this chick come. He's like, we got to pick up this chick. We literally picked this chick up in the middle of nowhere. Like I don't know if you know anything about the geology of the West Coast, but in Oregon and pretty much California too, the Cascade Mountains go down the coast, and you're either on the ocean side of the mountains or you're on the other side of the mountain. The ocean side of the mountain is like the rainforest. Other side of the mountain is the desert as fuck. It's desert. There's tumbleweeds and all that. Not cactuses that way, but it's tumbleweed desert. So
I've been in the desert part.
I don't even know where the fuck she came from. How he contacted her. We picked her up. I don't even know, like mile marker 87 or some shit. And we gotta pick up this chick. I'm like, how you weren't on the phone? Like, how do you know there's a chick up here? So we gotta get this chick. So we pick this chick up. Take her with us. She's gotta go to fucking Boise. That's where we're going. All right, so we're hitting Boise. Let me tell you something about Boise. I mean, Idaho in general. I don't know. Have you guys ever been to Idaho?
No.
Dude, people, they close their gate. They go in the garage. They close the garage door. They get underneath the blanket, and then they smoke weed. You know what I mean? Like, weed is super, super illegal there. I don't know whether they shoot you in the face if they catch you with weed, but it's fucking serious. So I'm dealing with that shit because, I smoke weed. I brought weed to Idaho with me to smoke. So actually, I kind of I thought ahead a little bit that this particular trip, I had these Jolly Ranchers that I had made that were the Medible Jolly Ranchers. And I gave some to Machine Gun Kelly, and I swear to God, he almost fell on his face when he climbed up on the speaker stack shit because he had too strong of the Jolly Ranchers. But so there's this chick. We pick up the chick. We take this chick to this house, and It's a mansion. It's like a 30-bedroom fucking crazy ass house in the hills. Like it's a fat motherfucking pad. Ain't nobody there. She's like, this is my dad's house. He's not whatever. So she had set up shop, and I don't know if this bitch is squatting. I don't know what the fuck's going on. She had a room set up upstairs with her shit in it, and it was her shit. So like, okay. And so she's like, yeah, well, after you guys are done with the show, just come back here and you guys can chill here. Obviously, there's space. She's like, you can bring your turntables. Maybe I'll have a few people over. So I was like, okay, cool. So we go and play the fucking show. Well, I mean, it's like a process. You got to do your load in, and then everybody, the main acts go, and then the opening acts set up their shit because they're on stage first. So we were like because we were on tour, we were later on. There were like local openers and shit. So, my turntables are all set up on the side and shit. So we do that. We play the fucking show. We rock the fuck out of the Knitting Factory in Boise. There's hella fucking people. It was a hella dope show. She had a fresh like 20-minute set because we were part of the tour. So it was like extra super dope. And then we take all of our shit, pack up all of our shit, load out or whatever on the side of the stage. And then the dude comes through. He'll comp us with shit. You know what I mean? He'll give us money, and then he'll give us drink tickets, but he'll also give us bottles. So we got I got a bottle of Patron, and then like Kaga got a bottle of whatever. And then he was like, you guys need a hotel room? We're like, no, we're cool. We got this house back there that we're going to that's in the Ritchie part of town. And we're going to stay there, right? Should have taken the hotel room.
Yeah. I was gonna
we
say,
go back to the house. I'm bringing in my fucking turntable shit. There is 1,000 people in this motherfucking house. This house is crazy as fuck, dude. The house is completely and utterly fucked up. Like the house. The carpet's fucked up. People are smoking in there, putting out the cigarettes on the carpet. I'm bringing in my turntables, and they're like, there's no PA. There's no way for me to try to play my turntables. And somebody had this radio I tried to set up, and it wasn't working. And then there's seriously 1,000 people in this fucking house. These hick-ass Colorado dudes, and I guess one of them used to play baseball or something, they start fucking fighting each other, right? In a big-ass mansion. Like, all of a sudden it turns into this crazy-ass fight with all these dudes. And Idaho people are weird people, man. I don't know. Some of them are cool, but most of them are not. And the knots got into brawling right in front. And so the cops come and all this shit. This bitch isn't supposed to be in this motherfucking house.
Oh, shit.
She has no right to be in this motherfucking house.
Oh, shit.
I got all my turntables all set up and shit. I tried to pull them aside from the carnage of the bottles flying and the craziness going on, and like Roadhouse bar brawl type shit. They broke out one of the fucking windows in the house. Like, it was fucking buck wild. And so, long story short, we ended up sleeping in the car that night. As you do, sometimes when you're on tour. But I guess the moral of the story is if a promoter offers you a hotel room,
you take it.
You take that shit, and be like, I'm going to stay in the hotel and have the backup and then go to the party. Because that shit was pretty buck wild. But yeah, I don't know. That's one story, I guess, that was a little crazy. At least that was one that came from the top of my head.
Did Tech 9 go to the party too?
Nah, man. Tech 9, what's he gonna do? Go to a party to pull bitches? He's got like six bitches on each arm. Like, the party is wherever the fuck he is. He ain't going to no parties.
Yeah.
There was a cool time I went to a pyramid with Isham. That was kind of cool.
That sounds dope.
That's where all the crazy shit happens, is after shows. We're doing a tour. I'm DJing for Isham, and we're doing an Arizona tour. Like, it's Tucson, Flagstaff, Phoenix, right? Yeah. So we play Phoenix, and this guy wants to do a feature with Isham at this particular studio. And so it's after the show. It's like fucking 2:00 in the morning. And he's like, hey, we're going to roll to the studio. You want to go roll? I was like, yeah, I'll roll to the studio. Let's go. So we get there, and it's there's a pyramid sticking out of the ground that looks like a tool shed, like size pyramid, okay? Like a little tiny pyramid, right? It says Pyramix Studios. So you go down a door, or there's a door in the middle of the pyramid, and there's a ramp that goes down. That tip top that you saw, like the little shed style shit, is the tip of a huge big ass fucking pyramid. And you go down in the pyramid underground, and it's a studio, and it's a sick ass, dope ass studio, and it's literally inside of a fucking pyramid. And the top part of it is kind of see through, but there's lights and shit, and there's like 2 different studio sections in it. And he went and recorded this the studio. I guess was it Chris Calhoun? Is that one of the Tech 9 dudes? That dude and Tech 9 went there and recorded a track like in a similar fashion. I guess you were talking about Tech 9 going to the party. So that was kind of similar, but Tech 9 wasn't there. It was just Esham. But still, we went in a pyramid. It was pretty dope.
That sounds dope.
Yeah. Chris Calico and Tech 9 were the 2 guys that used it. I was fortunate enough to see Tech 9 when he had both of them. It was the Wicked Wonka tour with ICP, Thugs and Harmony, and the Cottonmouth King. The dope fucking tour. That's the best rap tour I think I've ever seen.
That Wicked Wonka tour was the shit, dude.
That was back in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was a pretty dope one, man. My favorite tour of ICP is probably the House of Horrors tour. But I mean the Psychopathics in Outer Space was crazy. That Wonka one was super dope. What was it? The Hatchet Rising was dope too, because that was the first time Dark Lotus.
I saw that one. That was the silhouette of the 6 Jokers card at the end.
Oh yeah, Hatchet Rising, dude. I worked that show in Portland. Dude, that shit is dope. I've been an ICP fan fucking forever, since I was a way little kid, since like 92. And so I was going to see ICP on that tour, the Hatchet Rising tour in Seattle, and my boss called me. I was working as a stagehand, and she was like, "Do you want to work ICP tomorrow night?" And I was like, "Well, yeah, I guess that would be okay. I'll work ICP." And then I was super excited. But I like unloaded that shit, and I remember just staring at that fucking that silhouette of the 6 Jokers card like forever. I'm looking at it in the truck, and I remember the people working the show going, "Why are all these carpets wet?" And I'm like,
Speaking of ICP, aren't you on the front cover of the Forgotten Freshness CD?
Yep, straight up, dude. That was taken at the Jokers Gallery show.
Not all 6 of them, because it's all the same cover.
Continuation. I have a huge poster here. I'll show you guys. We can. I wish I could flip my fucking camera around. But
you can have it on our phone. Flip it
I
around,
have the
buddy.
huge ass poster of it.
Hey, I wanted to say sorry I was late. I had to assemble my crew.
See, this is the poster.
Quick leg.
It's so literally dark, but I'm like right there. It's circulated and it says me. But the only reason I can kind of tell it's me is because my big homie Brad was right next to me. But I got the tickets to the show, bitches, so they can eat a dick. I got kicked out of Canada that day. But no, I'm in that, and that was the same day that the chicken hunting video was filmed. So I'm in the chicken hunting video, and I'm in the shockumentary a bunch of times because they use footage from that in the shockumentary.
What were you in the chicken hunting video? One of the clowns?
Yeah, I'm just one of the dudes in the crowd, one of the juggalos.
Dude, that's dope. You're juggalos. You're right, sweetheart.
Yeah, that was here. We'll go through a little history. Hang on a second.
Oh, we love history lessons.
See, this guy's got stories.
Don't fuck with me and my crew, buddy.
Oh, he's got a crew of forever-faced children over there.
Oh, Andy's got a screwdriver. He screwed you up, bro.
Yeah, that was at this show. And it's crazy, the shit that's coming out now. It's ICP's. I wish I could. Can I tilt my camera this way? Will it flip around if I do that?
There, now go back to the other one. I'll put you solo layout.
There you go.
There you are.
If you back it up, it's the ICP, the Jokers Gallery show.
Hell yeah. One free ticket.
And it's crazy because they were, they were saying that the riddle box was. See, that's why I'm gonna address some shit because there's these guys that were talking about the album and the Jokers Gallery. They thought that that oddities they put out of the riddle box.
Yeah.
There's this Jokers Gallery shit, and people assume that riddle box was called Jokers Gallery, but that wasn't it. That thing that's on the riddle box was actually the intro to that show, the Jokers Gallery show.
Well,
And
the Joker's Gallery,
show. What?
it was going to be an EP, and then
Yeah, see,
the
that's what those
Jive
fools are
Records
saying,
said
but they're
they were
wrong.
like, "No, we want a whole LP, so you got to change it."
No, the name of the show is the Joker's Gallery, though.
Oh,
That's
all
what I'm
right.
talking. The length of the album, but at that show, they unveiled the image of the third Joker's card. That was the big thing of going to that show because I got
But
the
the
ICP
Joker's
newsletter.
Gallery,
Like
the
Happy
Joker's
Friday.
Gallery intro song is a variant of the Riddle Box intro because it
Yeah,
was
but I'm
originally
saying
going to be an EP. Oh, you mean
it was
before
the
that?
intro for the show. You know when ICP does their intro before they come out?
Right?
That's
Yes.
what they played. Was that?
Hell yeah.
So it was in reference to that show being called the Joker's Gallery Show.
Cigarette.
Because at that show, they unveiled the Riddle Box, and they called it the Riddle Box. It was the third Joker's card, and I had the ICP newsletters. This is back before Juggalo even existed. It just said ICP followers. That's who it was like addressed to, ICP followers. And so I was at that show, man. It was like a $7 show, but they showed the Riddle Box. It's the third Joker's card, the Riddle Box.
Let's not
And that
undersell a
EPLP
$7
shit came
show.
into it later, and people just thought that it was called that because it was the same music, but it was just the intro for that show. That's what it was. It was the Joker's Gallery show.
And that was $7 of '90s money. Nowadays, that's like $50.
Yeah, right.
Now
It
they
was
charge
half
you
a bit
500.
Well, shit, no. But back in the day, 500 was equal to like 7. What's the last clown show you've been to? The Gathering?
The last what?
Clown show.
I went to Bloody Sunday on Devil's Night, dog. Come on now.
Yeah. I'm over here slacking. My bad.
I live an hour from Detroit, man. I gets down. You know what I mean? I'm going to Esham next weekend. You know what I mean?
The one at Harpo's?
Oh yeah. I ain't scared of Harpo.
Esham dope, bro. That's next. That's Uncle Nick Christy.
Uncle Johnny.
Yeah, that's got a stacked lineup too.
Oh yeah. Everybody.
Oh, Nick Christy.
Yeah, because it's got some. I think it was Awesome Dre's playing and Stretch.
Mastermind.
Yup. And Harpo's is the dopest place to see a show. They don't give a fuck. You could bring the crack stem right up in there with you. They don't.
You
give
can
a
smoke
fuck.
in there.
They don't
smoke in there.
Fuck.
Because they won't let you go out. They
Bootleg
won't let you
is
leave
my
unless you
crack
want to leave for good.
They got armed security guards there and shit, just guarding the perimeter.
Bootleg got thrown out of the show for being paraphernalia himself.
Not at Harpo's.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, Harpo's don't give a fuck.
Where was that?
That was St. Andrew's Hall. That was St. Andrew's.
Where was the
Andrew's Hall is fucking, they're strict.
Is that Harpo's?
The what? The bloody show was the Bloody Sunday show. Both of them were at the City Club.
Oh, where's that place we went to? Attack of the Ninjas. You were there, right, fucking Jackson? Or Body Rock?
Not Attack of the Ninjas.
No,
they have a contract with St. Andrews, I think, because they do St. Andrews in Detroit.
You talking about the Blind Pig?
Oh yeah, the Blind
Pig's in
Pig.
Ann Arbor.
Have you ever
Yeah,
been
that's in Ann
there?
Arbor.
Yeah, the Blind Pig's so dope, dude.
Yeah,
Dude,
love
that's
the
so
venues.
tiny.
They got little extra areas to kick it in. The City Club was like that too. There's different elements, so if you don't want to be in the crazy, you can be chilling.
They have Attack of the Ninjas there, and it was so fucking tiny, dude.
Oh,
so tiny.
Well, you can go downstairs
especially
there.
because you got
There's the whole downstairs area.
It's
Yeah, with the pool table.
Yeah. And they got the back alley that's pretty dope too.
We were in that pool area, and you could see the fucking floor bowing. Like,
yeah.
Like, we're gonna die, all of us. We're all dead. It's gonna be like a parking garage.
So we got to do a show there where we opened up for Mickey Avalon and Dirt Nasty.
Oh, that's tight.
Us going in not thinking, we was gonna win the crowd over. It was a dope ass fucking Ann Arbor crowd.
Oh yeah, dude. You never know with those two acts. You never know what you're gonna get, dog. Like,
yeah, we fit in like nothing.
I bet you there were some drunk bitches at that show.
I think there's a bunch of drunk people. That was a fun night.
So do we already address the elephant in the room? Twilight?
What's up?
So they told me you were in Twilight.
Yep.
The kitty cat man.
Yep. Yep. Straight up.
Hey, no, bro. I'm not hating.
TeamCatGuide.com. You can get all your.
I would gladly play the gay man without kissing another guy in the movie to be in the credits. Are you in the credits?
Fuck no, I'm just a featured extra.
Oh, all right. Hey,
You gotta speak to me in the credits.
Can I put something?
we got my colleague gonna unmask. Oh shit, he's white face. He's been in that mask for a while.
White
My
face
kids
is better than
wanted to
black
join
face.
with the movie star. I'm sorry.
No, I felt like a little starstruck when we first started the live there. Like,
I had to assemble my crew, bro. Dude, we live in like a 36-room mansion. It takes me like 20 minutes to go get them. My
It's that
golf
same
cart
house
kept
that you were
stalling.
supposed to, crash at.
Right. My golf cart kept stalling. I'm like, shit, man. I'm charging up. I got a Tesla golf cart.
I hate that. I always get lost in the West Wing.
He even has a Cybertruck.
Did you go to the march?
At the DC? No, I didn't go to that shit.
Oh my god.
I kind of wanted to, but I couldn't make it work.
No. I went. If you look on Fox News, I had an interview. I did pretty
Nice.
good.
That's dope.
Dude,
That's so
they said
fresh.
it was
If
the
I
most-
if I had known that they were gonna do an actual fucking show right there, I totally probably would have.
the feds came down and they said if you guys throw Fago into the looking pond, we're shutting this shit down. At the end of that ICP show, not one bottle of water. Not one.
Yeah, it's because that's dope to play right in front of the fucking monument and the Lincoln
I
Memorial.
have a
and shit. Like,
picture.
Juggalos know that they ain't trying to fuck that up.
I have a picture, and if you look at it, like of the show, and if you look, I took it just right. So over the left corner, Lincoln's monument with ICP on stage playing. Like I could stand there, watch ICP, look at the Lincoln Monument, and turn around and see the White House. Like, that's dope.
Yeah, if I'd known they were gonna do that, I totally would have fucking gone. But that shit must have been epic.
Dude. And you know what's so great is they had at night they still had all the tourists, so you'd have all these like people walking through, and here's ICP playing "Fuck the World." They're like "Fuck this," and fuck. The people are just like, "What the hell is going on over there?" It was wild. They would march all these like veterans by us trying to start the war.
What?
And we'd all shake their hands. Everything was cool. And the
Juggalos that
Antifa,
are veterans, man, they don't understand it at all.
right, dude, they had Antifa come over, right? And about 20 juggalos come over, put their hands around them, slowly march them off. Like, you're not doing that here, bro. We will shut you all the fuck down. They even stated on Fox News the most peaceful march on the National Mall in the last 50 years was juggalos. Not one arrest.
Did somebody comment? Did we get a comment from a Facebook user?
Yeah. Don't forget the snipers on the roof.
That's all right, dude. I bet you need a level 3 helmet.
I do. Pretty sure it's Bob Carden shot a second grant. But anyways, yes, there was snipers, bro. I bought a dime bag of Bud from this dude, right? He's like, yeah, blah blah. I gave him $10, a little thing. Turn around, and there's like a dude on top of the National Monument with fucking guns, bro, like pointing at me. And when I turn around, he like ducked. I'm like, is he looking specifically at me? Like, this is wild.
That could have gone different. They'd kill your ass and say it was just some disgruntled dude up in his hotel room or something, you know?
Fat man with a beard. Look at him. Kill that son of a bitch.
Don't say that
Why
shit.
is he sweating at 10 a.m.?
I'm not a skinny dude with a beard.
Oh shit, his eyes popping. What's up, man?
In the chat.
Oh,
Hey,
Sebastian's here. What up, homie? Hey, see, Sebastian, we got the kids on here just for you, Sebastian.
It's my eye.
I was gonna say, if anybody wants to share this live, all you gotta do is go to our YouTube. You can share it from there.
All you gotta do is PayPal me $2.99.
Yeah.
I take Bitcoin too.
Yeah.
Or Bitcoin, you can watch. Wait, there's 5 of us. 5 Bitcoins.
That's right.
Yeah.
Each.
You gotta remember. I also run
I
a
don't
mine.
care if it's going down.
I also have my OnlyFans is about to be up and running soon. That'll be
Nice.
six.
Can
That'll
I
be
get that
$6.99.
free sub?
No, it's $6.99.
Oh, I know you can give out the free trials, dog. You're gonna have to turn me on, dog.
Yeah, give us a free fucking code. Give us 20% off, loser. That's right, East Side.
East side. I'm on the east side.
Where are you from?
Jackson, Michigan.
Oh, all right. I'm from the East Side of New York. Well, I guess
How's the East Side
upstate
of New York?
East Side New York.
Crackheads. He's got crackhead stories for days.
We got crackheads, dog.
Bad touch.
Come on now. It's
Dude,
mainly the heroin.
I would put my crackheads against your crackheads. I would put one of my crackheads against 10 of your crackheads.
Oh man.
They will eat through them like a rat through
Bum fights.
sheetrock, buddy.
Bum fights.
We got some weirdo crackheads.
They're like super mutants, dude. Step on their head.
You guys want to hear a joke? What's the difference between a crackhead and a tweaker? A crackhead will steal your shit. A tweaker will steal your shit and then help you look for it.
Yeah. I seen that dude with it right down the road. Let's go.
It's over here. Where is it? I can't find it.
Oh shit, he's done started. Somebody in the chat wants to hear some crackhead stories.
You want to hear from today? Yeah. Well, hey, just the other day, there's some weirdo taking a picture of my beautiful daughter out there. I had to go out there and fucking snatch his phone up and shove him down the street and kill him. He's like, I'm not taking pictures. It's just looking at my phone towards her. Like, dude, you're taking pictures.
Dude. There was this dude like talking to my daughter up in my driveway this summer. Like I heard this voice and I went out there and Leanna's like backing up like he followed her from the store. And I was like, you got no business on my property, motherfucker. It's like that. It's the same shit, you know?
Some weirdos.
And he was like, well, I'm blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, we're past the introductions. We're to the get the fuck off my property. If you come by the street again, it better be on the other side of the motherfucking street. You know, I was like, people come around here then without invitations get shot in the face. This ain't, you know, this ain't like that. But it's like that over here, man. It's fucked up in my neighborhood, dude. My 16-year-old daughter just went to a party and someone got shot in the face. Like she called me in 30 minutes after we dropped her off. I was like, it's all bad. Come bring the gun and
abort.
Yeah, this shit's stupid. I'm trying to get the fuck out of here, man. At least where Body Rot lives. It used to be more ghetto where he lives, but it kind of got gentrified down a little bit over there on Morel.
It's because he came in there and whipped up the crime. He's like, fuck you, dude. It's just me. I run this shit.
Nah,
you steal candy bar, you better fucking give me a bite.
I mean, I grew up here, and it makes you have that thick skin, though. You know, I mean, Jack, it's a real place. Real will smack you in the face around here, so I feel you on that shit.
It's like my kids, they're wild. They come in like, crackhead alert! Crackhead alert! Dude, just this morning, cars are coming up the street, and they had to stop and move shopping carts out of the middle of the street so people could drive. Because they're just like, oh, I'm done.
Well, that fucking sucks. And you live in like New York City proper? Like where?
No, it's upstate New York. Like fuck that little town upstate. Fucking, we live like 3 hours from the city, 4 hours from the city.
That's a good distance from that place.
It's no better. We got smaller buildings and bigger crime.
Yeah, New York's just crazy. Like it's just, all the huge ass cities are just fucking crazy. But what are you gonna do, man? You got to live somewhere.
We don't have crackheads around here. We have the tweakers, but they like to go outside and use leaf blowers when there's no leaves on the ground. Sometimes leaf blowing the street lights are clear.
Yeah, Grandma.
Usually they pull this off early in the morning. But productive tweakers around here, they like to go around and do things to people like mow grass, Do you need me to take something apart for you and then leave the parts everywhere all over your driveway? You know, things like that.
If you stop somewhere for too long, you're getting your window washed.
I have not seen a window washer yet. No, we got lazy people around here. They just hold a sign that says anything will help, God bless. That's it.
Give me
We've
a
been
dollar.
doing a lot of those.
Hey, you seen the picture I shared? The guy had a sign that said "Free advice, $1." I'm like, what in the fuck are you talking about? He literally had his truck propped open, sitting there. Free advice, $1.
At least he's giving you something.
It's not free if they're gonna pay you $1, dickhead. And your advice is not worth $1. Worth like 50 cents, maybe.
I feel rich in this uppity like brand of water here. I can't even pronounce it.
I'd rather drink tap water.
I know you get your minerals that way.
Well, apparently
You drink
someone
tap
doesn't
water
live in
here?
Flint.
Right out the tap?
Straight out,
Bragging about tap water.
straight
I
out the
don't
tap.
live in
Man,
Flint.
you're brave, dog. You're brave. Have you seen the shit they put out of what's in the water?
That's how I got a hairy chest.
That's how you're gonna lose your hairy chest. Fall the fuck out.
Don't get outside, yes.
We learn.
Hair on my chest because of the water.
I got a big C in my chest. I don't know what it's for. Cancer, bro. It's lumpy.
Hey, it's good for you there. You got to grow immunity within somewhere. I remember when COVID hit, Kevin T. Dope had a video on Facebook. He
That's
said,
why you use COVID mask. It's like a vaccine.
Dude,
Sorry.
I didn't wash my hands during COVID. I didn't give a fuck, dude. Everybody in my house had it. I didn't get it.
You killed them. They tried to.
But what'd they say, bootleg? I'm sorry.
I said I had it twice. I've had COVID twice because I'm a dirty son of a bitch.
Well, that's fucking crazy, man.
Yeah, I don't wash properly. I smell
Words
it
of
bad.
wisdom. Aquafina is just New York City poop water filtered. It's true.
It is.
I only drink Dasani.
You've got the full truth over there, don't you, buddy?
Neck pisser? Have you asked your questions?
Yeah.
You did? I missed them?
You missed it.
He asked about bubbles.
Oh yeah, the joke.
Oh, but I thought you were talking about Michael Jackson's monkey, Bubbles.
Well, let me ask you, did you ever blow bubbles when you were a kid?
Nope.
Oh, well, I heard he's back in town looking for you.
That's Michael Jackson's monkey. I don't do that.
Yeah, it's still funny every time I hear it.
Oh, shit. We even got the dog in here. Oh, shit.
God, you even got the dog in there on your.
Apparently, she wants to shove. You want to go? That's what I thought.
You get beat up.
What? Look, she's a junkie killer. Like, who is it? Get him. Yeah.
That's
So, what other stories you got? You say you've been doing it for 10 years. What other stories you got
I don't know, man.
that you can tell?
Okay.
How many gatherings have been to?
3. The second one, the third one, and
you were a
last
chicken.
year's one.
It gives you like all the gathering ambiance there is. Like,
I was in the
I already
fucking
got it
riots.
all.
The riots of fucking, where were we? Toledo. The cops rolled in, and They all had paintball guns. I'm like, hey, what the fuck is cops doing with paintball guns? Let's follow these
In
cops.
2003, they come in with a fucking tear gas. Remember
Yeah,
that?
that's what I'm saying. That's what I was getting there. Like, so we're
Like
following the
dropping,
cops with these paintball guns. Like, what the fuck are they doing? They're gonna shoot people with paintballs? What the fuck?
bro.
No, the paintballs are tear gas. And they
Bro,
rolled them in there with.
they came on there like, listen, everyone's leaving in a half hour. If not, it's gonna be bad. Like 31 minutes later, they're like firing shit at us. Like, holy shit, this is crazy. At the
Jumps in on a
2005,
ladder. Don't burn the city down, please. These guys would be mad. Cool.
in 2005, they told us all to leave, and they wouldn't leave. They come in with like these machines ripping tents down, and like just driving by, like fuck you, tear it all down, don't care.
Oh wow, yeah. I didn't go to any of the camp out ones till last year. But I did think that it would be cooler. The first two I went to were in the city. So it's like everybody goes to the shows and then they disappear to their hotel rooms and everybody's
Right.
not all together, you know? So it was kind of
See,
weird.
So are you down with Twisted, or are you one of the I hate Twisted juggalos?
No, man, that's kind of retarded, you know?
All right,
I listen to
see-
Eminem and all that.
So have you ever went to like Astronomica?
No, I have not.
That's like the old school juggalo gathering, but it was like Comic Con related, so you could meet movie stars and stuff. But it was like in a hotel. But when you left, you were still in the hotel, so it was so fucking dope. You know, like,
Yeah, I
you
went
could-
to one year where at the Radisson in Peoria, Illinois, where our hotel room was attached to the venue, and we found this super secret ninja door in the back where we could go in without going to the security. So we started sneaking in everything. That shit was crazy,
Astronomica
man.
was.
The
Have you
elevators
ever
were
been
broke.
Did you ever go to the Wyndham and Van Dyke and Harper? Or no, not Harper, but Van Dyke and whatever it is. Right down on Van Dyke. It's Wyndham. But it's like right in the.
I don't think so.
That's really hard, dude. It was so dope. Like the cops didn't care, the people in the hotel didn't care. There was no hot water. You couldn't wash. It's like whatever. They had a water park. Literally, this is what they said. There's no hot water, but we'll give you free water park passes. Like, so you're telling people to bathe in the water park? Right? Right? Like, listen, there's no hot water, but the pool's heated. Here's some free passes.
At least it's chlorine water.
I'm not a
Shower.
mathematician here, but
We can never use our bathtub anyway because it was always full of fucking ice and Fago. We put posters up on the walls in our room. We were smoking and shit because we didn't give a fuck.
there's
I think
nothing
we ripped
better
our
than
door
cold
off the one
Fago.
year just so it was whatever. That shit was crazy.
Nothing
Everybody
better
was
than
in our
cold
hotel
Fago in
too.
your face when
ICP
you're
and
pissed.
Twisted and all the wrestlers were all in our hotel. It was fucking bananas. That shit was fun though, man. Those old school gatherings. The first time, because I lived out west, and like I moved there when I was 15, and I took all the ICP shit with me, and I created my own little kind of Juggalo army out there. You know what I mean? And so all of us kind of went, and I drove, and it was just crazy seeing all those Juggalos. That shit was there's Juggalos in trees, Juggalos on bikes, Juggalos on trikes. Like it was pretty cool. It was pretty tight.
Well, juggalos are dope in general. Anywhere you go.
Yeah, it's usually a pretty good time. You know what I
Have
mean?
you ever heard of Jelly Roll? The interview
Yeah.
Jelly Roll did. He was like, anything what I do, like if I'm broke down, he's like, and if a car full of juggalos pulls up, it's like, I know I'm golden. Get my shit fixed, like have a bunch of goodies. I'm good.
That's tight though. Good people are good people, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, the Juggalos are no different than the fucking Grateful Dead motherfuckers. They like drugs and music and good times, you know?
I mean,
Like, that was tight, like, this last Bloody Sunday show. I didn't go to the Hello Wicked show, but they ended with the I'm coming home and everybody just dancing around, you know what I mean? It was pretty dope, dude. Home to the criminals, creatures and crooks, home to the, you know.
that's cool. I had no idea that you were an old school juggalo.
Oh yeah, man. I started listening to Esham probably around 92-ish. And then my cousin had this ICP back when you had like the bootleg tapes. He's like, it's ICP, and it was the dog beats, and I listened to it and I thought it was whack as fuck. And then I was making fun of him, and he's like, I got this new ICP, and I was like, whatever, that shit'll go to dog beats. That shit's fucking retarded. And the tape was Carnival Carnage. And then like after that, he was like, it's got Esham on it. And I was like, all right, if it's got Esham on it, I'll give it another go, you know. And I'm glad the Esham track was like at the end because I listened to all the shit. I remember laughing at all the fucking I'm out here with the June bugs and shit, like fucking just laughing at all that shit, like little 13-year-old me or whatever, like that shit was pretty fresh, man. And then I started going to shows around the Ringmaster time. I went to the Ringmaster show at the St. Andrews Hall. It was like my first ICP show.
Damn, that's old. You're going way back.
Yeah, like I was at the first Hello Wicked at the Majestic. And then I went like to the Mental Warp show, which those were at the Ritz. And then I went to like the Joker's Gallery show right when they kind of got signed out. And I have all the old fan mail shit too, because I was in the fan mail like since Ringmaster on. So I have a bunch of the fan mail shit. But after the Joker's Gallery show and they got signed with Jive and the Riddlebox, I moved away from Michigan before Riddlebox even came out. So it actually took me a while to actually get it because this is before internet and all that shit. So I had to wait. And then like the Chicken Hunt video that I was in, I didn't even get to see it till like 4 years afterwards. The only way you could see it was to watch the end of Stranglemania. And when ICP came on tour, they were sold out of Stranglemania. So the first time I saw myself in that video was on the Shockumentary when they aired it on MTV back in the day.
That's
and
crazy.
then it was a little different when it was on MTV. There was some shit that's not in it, but they had some other shit that was in it that's different than the one like that they have now. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I used to have it on VHS when I recorded it way back.
Yeah, I recorded that shit too. I recorded all their interviews, like with the Malenko shit. It was so fucking funny, man. Like where Jay and Shaggy are trying to act all pissed off, but they're super excited that Disney pulled their shit off the shelf. You know what I mean? Like, and everybody bought them all anyway. Like they just sold out of them all.
So when you moved, you were too far away from the area that the music was coming out in, so that's why you did it.
Yeah, they had to. I remember like ICP was doing this tour with Onyx, and I was so excited when I saw him. I was like, "Yeah, ICP's fucking coming here!" And then they got kicked off that tour. That tour didn't make it to the West Coast. So the first actual ICP show, like they were supposed to come to Portland for the Up in Your Face, the Great Malenko tour. And Violent J got in a fight and broke his fucking hand in Portland before the show. So they canceled the show. And me and my homies, we drove to Seattle like that night. And so we got like ahead of them. And when they showed up in Seattle on the West Coast for the first time at like 3 a.m, we were sitting there with our faces painted drinking Faygo. You know what I mean? So it was pretty cool. Jay gave me the mic stand from the Pinkie Pie video that night, like at that show. So I got like the Pinkie Pie mic stand with all the strings on it.
He always liked his mic stand fucking fan.
Yeah, he's trying to be Michael Jackson. No, but that shit was cool. So that was the first West Coast ICP shit, and it was like there was like 150 people there. It was fucking. I used to love those old shows where it was just all about you go up on stage, grab a Faygo, and then crowd surf, and then end up back on the stage, sing some lyrics, grab a Faygo. It was a whole thing, and it was like that for probably up until like the Hatchet Rising, because for the House of Horrors tour didn't go to Seattle. It was in Portland. It was like that, no barricade, stage surf. And Psychopath from Outer Space didn't come to Portland. It went to Seattle, and it was like that, no barricades. It was just fucking pandemonium, And our shows, we're in the crowd and the Juggalos are on stage, that shit. And they always had the trampolines and shit. And then it got, crazy where you can't get up on stage anymore. But that used to be the shit. Even the ones back in Detroit back in the day. That's what it was all about. You'd crowd surf and jump up on stage and then crowd surf and then you get right back up on stage. You wouldn't even be in the crowd. You'd literally like be part of the show the whole fucking time. I mean, you'd end up with half a shoe, a fucking black eye, and you know what I mean? Maybe some of your hair pulled out. But usually you'd run into a homie on stage and give him a hug and jump back out in the crowd. Like, this shit was so awesome. Look at this fucking dude.
It was like hardcore shows where people would go on stage, jump off, and just like do a fucking backflip onto the crowd and get crowd.
The crowd surf is fun, man. You just got to protect your balls and. But you just go with the music and shit, man. I was so into that shit. I knew every motherfucking syllable to those songs. You know what I mean? So it was just fucking great. You know, it was fucking awesome. I love the show still. Like, I didn't know because I didn't listen to a lot of the new shit at that show I went to. But when they did the "I'm Coming Home," I live my life in the ghetto. Well, I'm singing along and dancing with everybody. It was great. You know, that's what being a juggalo is all about, man. It's like that connection to that. You know what I mean?
I'm Coming Home with me and my best friend Jimmy James' favorite song ever.
Dude, it's great. That's the one I used to bump because I got like Riddle Box Out West was the first shit that I got, and that was my track because it like reminded me of Michigan, like I'm coming home, you know, and like I'm in this preppy ass West Coast bullshit, and it's not Michigan. So you know, I mean, I have a lot of. It was great when and everybody's dancing around. It's beautiful. It's like that at the gathering too. You know what I mean? If everybody's singing along and just fucking, it's awesome. You know, it's like you could have a bunch of people that are at raves and are all dancing around and they're connected like that, but with people that are just like singing along and dancing and fucking doing that, it's fucking magical, man.
Bro, seeing them shoot a Fago 100 yards, like what the fuck? How'd you do? I can't throw a rock as far as you threw a
They're
Fago.
G's with that shit, man. I mean, I went before they started doing the diet, and like
Me too. Remember the stage
smell because they did cola and orange pop basically, and root
beer.
Root beer. Those were like the three that they did, and it made this flavor, just like the smell. And now you don't get it because it's just the diet Coke and root beer or whatever. But that
remember
smell
the
that you used to get,
stage
it was so unique. It was just ICP smell. You know what I mean? And it would be on you for some days after that shit, dude. Like you'd have fucking clown makeup in your fucking ball hairs. How the fuck did that happen? You know, like.
Hey, you know, bro. People say wearing clown makeup, oh, it's such a pain. Blah blah blah. What are these all fucking in a mosh pit? See how you feel?
ICP used to rock the Lucha Libres back in the day to cover their face. They wore them when they were off stage and shit.
Right on the tour bus. Hey, motherfucker. But when they were doing like the backstage pass video, slippers on the bus.
Have you seen the real one, the backstage sluts?
Yeah.
You can see Jay's leg.
My
in the
kid's
background too. He's got the barbed wire tattoo on his leg.
Yeah.
That shit's fucking funny. Yeah, my homie's got that one. I got the backstage pass tape. My homie got the sluts one though.
You heard the audio book, obviously, right?
I haven't heard the audiobook. I read the book. I got the book the day it came out.
Oh, so shit, dude, I got 2 or 3 of the book, but you should listen to the audio book. Different chapters in the book. But he was talking about
shit on it because I've been listening to the MC was Lars. What's his fucking name? Who does like the in depth? He breaks down all the Joker's cards and goes in depth with them and shit.
I don't know.
I think it's MC Lars. I don't know. My friend just got me onto it, but he goes through all the albums and gives you the history and all the metaphors that they use. Like this is an ancient Sumerian metaphor, and this is a fucking Egyptian metaphor and shit. It's pretty crazy. But he gets into that shit on there.
Zulamata finished his mask.
You want something here?
Yeah, but not because I can get money or that. Yeah, but we need to get it.
All right, so. Thing you want to know?
That one I believe. Once we might have.
I can't.
Maybe
somebody say something. I can't hear shit.
I said, do you got anything to plug or anything ready to do or let everybody know where they can find your music?
Oh yeah. Cadavers on Kite Strings, Apple, Spotify with a C and a Z. And check out Crazy K503, Big Stevie Cool, Toxic Tie. That's all the Cryptic Ninja family. You can also check out Intellectually Sound on all the platforms. And there's this other group that I'm in called Robot Dust. It's like more of like an instrumental group, but I do all the scratching. And it's called Robot Dust, and that's on all the platforms too. That's basically my music. I have a whole nother project, Brothers Belmont, but right now it's only on CD. I'm gonna release it to the digital world soon. But I did this whole other project that's kind of like more like the horrorcore style music.
Who makes your beats?
I make beats, and all the people I work with make beats too. Like in Cadavers, all three of us made beats: Slinky, Double J, and myself.
So where can they find your beats for stuff?
Well, I mean, all my beats are just on projects right now. I don't have like instrumentals out there, but I mean,
Maybe the Michigan Misfits is one.
Yeah, the Michigan Misfits. I'm on a grip of their shit too. Obviously, they're dope. If you
Yeah,
haven't
that's
heard
what
that
he told me.
Garbage Pail Kids track, you're fucking slipping.
Yeah,
That shit's pretty fire.
scratched all over that Garbage Pail Kids.
Yeah, that track is fucking. It burnt my fucking phone. The battery.
Dude, that was one of Monoxide's best fucking verses in a long time.
Yeah, his flow on that's like more most tasteless-esque, or he's not trying to do all like hardcore, like
right
the guitars shit. You know, it's like I'm Monoxide and I'm gonna come slow, bitch. You know, that's fucking that's pretty.
That
tight.
gritty
I
hard
dig it.
shit, bro. I ain't taking that away from the Michigan Misfits because they fucking killed it. Monoxide's better verses for a long time.
I ain't gonna lie, I fangirled out when I heard it. That shit was dope.
He let out a big squeal. He's like, "Woo!" Oh shit! What we got? We got Philip there. Is that Philip? Neck pisser. You can't talk. Cat got your tongue. Cat got your tongue, boy.
That's Philip.
Psycho shirt he's got on.
You shut up.
You shut up.
I'm sorry. Take it back.
So you said that you got like new scratching projects coming up with big rappers, right?
Yeah. There's a Monoxide track dropping, and then Mastermind track edit scratching on Crazy K's album that's coming out on Cryptic Ninja Records. Check out Cryptic Ninja Clan on Facebook. We have a page. We also have the band pages. Crazy K 503s. He's on like all the platforms and stuff too. But his album coming out, I do a track with Mastermind and a track with Jimmy Madrox. That album's gonna be dope. He's been working on it for a while, and I think it's like his 6th album or something. Kenny's been grinding. I'm saying him and Toxic Ty have continued to put out music constantly. Where Cadavers, we haven't put out I don't think anything since like 2005 or something like that. So, or 2006 maybe. So it's been a minute, you know. But Crazy K continued to grind, and his shit's really ill, man. He's a talented motherfucker, dude. So I mean, anybody that's in a horrorcore should check out his shit. But check out all the Cryptic Ninja shit too. It's all different. You know what I mean? Like we pride ourselves on bringing in more artists that had different styles than us, so we could kind of, although it's kind of in the, you know, in the acid rap realm, it's all got its own like unique thing. You know what I mean? So that's kind of how we pressed it. But yeah, that's coming out. You know that the Cadavers on Kite Strings are going to be putting out new material too. We've been working on some music. We haven't worked on music in forever, and we just all of a sudden the stars aligned, and we're going to be doing some music. So we're gonna put some shit out for the people. Like we got a crazy response. We put our shit up on the platforms, and I can't believe how many plays we've gotten. It's stupid. It's stupid how many people actually give a fuck. And so after seeing all these people give a fuck, we're like, well, we might as well do some more shit for these people because they like our shit. So, you know, before we were just making it for ourselves. You know, we weren't really trying to be cool or anything. We were just trying to we wanted to make music. You know, we wanted to perform shows. You know, so kind of cool to maybe go back to a little bit of that. I'll see if I still got it. I don't know. My rapping used to be pretty crazy, but we always had like the punk rock element too with it because we didn't have the backtracks and shit. You know what I mean? Like we performed. You know what I mean? Everything that you heard was the DJ doing his shit.
You get a raw show like when you watch the Michigan Misfits.
Yeah, you rap. You know what I mean? If we're not here to play a tape, we're here to put on a performance.
We ain't here for that pussy bullshit.
Yeah. And
we're here to wreck the pit.
It's so different. Yeah, a homie posted a video from I don't know how many years ago, and we're all wrapping it up. I was like, God damn, dude, if I even try to do half that verse right now, my eyeballs would explode. You know what I mean? Like we used to rehearse. We put on like 3 hoodies, and we turned the fucking heat up, and we'd be jumping around, just making sure that we had our shit. You know what I mean? Like our shows were pandemonium.
It's like putting a weight on a baseball bat. Like,
yeah, we had crazy sets. Like we had swing sets, and we had like sets, that were fucking super dope. We ripped up 40 pounds of stuffed animals at every show. We like destroyed stuffed animals and threw them out in the crowd, so it looked like it was snowing because the stuffing is flying everywhere. That was our gig. That's what we did. Because the cadavers on kite strings want to let everybody know that the stuffed animals are really vampire werewolf gypsies. They're trying to murder their children while they sleep. So we had to kill the vampire werewolf gypsies. So that's what the cadavers was all about.
Don't forget about your little creepy ass voodoo dolls that come out with you on stage.
Yeah. That was the Brothers Belmont shit. That's I got to put that shit out there. Yeah, I had like full size costumes, and the Brothers Belmonts was something I did after Cadavers, where it was like a horror hip opera. So the album was like a story. So the shows, like it took 20 people to do the show, like with stage crew and all the shit that I had going on. Because I had puppets, I had set changes, I had sets that moved. You know what I mean? So that was kind of some crazy shit. But part of that was like my monsters that are like life size, like Disney, or like the Disney creatures with the huge heads, but they're fucking vampire teddy bears and the vampire.
I've been trying to talk them into bringing them out to a show. And
yeah, maybe. I ain't trying to get up in them. Fuck that. I already know. I used
we
to
just have to find somebody to do that.
I'd be in it in July. We hand out flyers that are monster survival guides, so you can keep yourself safe from the monsters. So our flyers were little books that tell you how to kill a werewolf, what their threat level was, what their strengths and weaknesses were. It was like a little pamphlet. And I'd be in that thing, and it'd be 90 degrees outside, and I'm handing out flyers in this fucking huge ass costume. But that shit was dope, though. That shit was pretty tight.
Don't get it twisted, folks. It's not like your fancy T-Rex suit. There's no air conditioning.
No,
these are all fabric and shit.
It was made of wool.
Do I have the one head? Hang on, let me see if I have one of my heads downstairs. Hang on a minute.
It was polyester and wool.
It's something like fabric. I've seen them.
Smelled like tires.
They're fucking sweet. Might have to break them out when we do a big show again instead of using the rabbits.
No way.
Speaking of showing rabbits, October 4th, catch us live, Lansing, Michigan.
I love
Twisted, leg 2 of the Psychos. What is it?
Oh, shit. You guys are on it too?
We're on the Lansing stop.
Of the Certified Psycho Tour.
Certified Psychos Tour.
Lansing, Michigan. Michigan. People out.
We'll have tickets on hand probably tomorrow.
Are you guys gonna have the new fucking Body Bath Pizzeria CD?
No, hopefully. I said I email you. Oh. See,
oh my god,
that's a sweet rabbit,
bro.
Rabbit man.
What is that? Johnny P would love that.
Oh shit.
Yeah, Johnny.
It's like a fucking full Barney suit.
Hey, fuck you.
It even got
this is Sam Cheese. He's like my fucked up Kermit the Frog looking dude.
What? No, that's Mr. Piggy. That's not Kermit.
Well, his shape is he's made like Kermit the Frog.
Right, but it's Mrs. Piggy's estranged husband. He went out for cigarettes 30 years ago.
But anyway, it's a bunch of creatures like that for the Bum Brothers.
No, he's fucking dope, dude. You make those?
Yeah.
Jeez.
I made the first one. I didn't have a fucking sewing machine. My friends were like, "You're crazy," and I made this teddy bear. You can see it if you go to my Facebook, Brandon Christy. Go to my Facebook and look at my wall. I think I posted pictures of some of that shit. It's just on my wall.
Has he done crack? Let's see here. Who?
Have I done crack? Butt crack? Yeah, I love butt crack.
Has he? That's a pretty broad statement. We all have at once. We have crack hookah.
That's right.
We get it wild, man.
I eat crack for dinner.
Crack rock.
We get in the bathroom stall. We get a crack hookah out. We put the biggest crack rock you've ever seen right in the middle.
And then we all take a puff. And the first one to shit their pants loose.
That's right. We play duck, duck, crack.
Duck, duck, crack.
You're it.
All right, you're buying the next boulder. You shit your pants.
What does Neck Pissa got? Has he got a happy? What does that say?
Trick or treat.
Oh, I thought it was an L. I'm like, lick. What the hell is going on here?
He's there. He's a ghost.
Right. He should get us. I'm gonna buy him a cardboard cutout set there when he walks away.
I gotta go.
This is what you do, like a professional. That's a professional.
He has an invisible.
He does got
when he was over scratching for that Garbage Pail Kids, we were talking. When I get my shit rehooked up, we'll be doing a project together. So y'all can catch that, probably next year because we're a little behind.
But you got some new T-shirts you're gonna be dropping this week?
For T-shirt drops, I have 2 more T-shirt drops, but I am not dropping them. I am gonna drop them at random times, probably more towards the end of the month. It is a 2 collab front back piece. That's all I'm saying. And then the next drop will be in December sometime, and it's something I'm doing for the December 4th show. Just live, see what's up my fucking sleeve.
Hey, are the rumors true? Are you AEW confirmed?
Announcer. I've seen it.
No, I seen you in the crowd that you were they were thinking of picking you up. Is that a rumor or is that really?
We'll find out.
His real name is Alex Edward Watkins. So yes, AEW. Stupid.
I know he's got. I absolutely know it. I see him in his backyard bump getting ready. Under the ropes, taking bump. What's that noise?
Yeah, I
It's my
can't.
dog chewing on the bone. I'm gonna fucking chew on her.
What size? My shirts go all the way up to 5X.
Grab the bone, man.
But I am talking to somebody new that goes up to a 6X. So I might be going through them because they look cheaper.
You leave me out of this. I'd like to drink mayonnaise. Big deal. I'm a 6X. Back off of me. The idea is you put like a little fucking blender with some water, mix it up, goes down like fucking
You gotta remember.
cold soup.
Everybody out there that's watching, be sure to get your Bad Touch gloves at Bad Touch Supply. Google Bad Touch Supply and use the promo code Whipstick to get 10% off.
Or don't. Or don't.
Any dope scratching, hit up my boy down here. He's got the best prices at the high quality.
He makes gloves too.
No, scratches, sir.
He might make gloves if you pay the right price.
No, I got flags and mouse pads. I don't have any gloves. I got coffee
He
mugs.
knows how to use a sewing machine, though.
I'm gonna say you make puppets. You can make some fucking gloves.
Yeah, I could. I make cat toys. I sold a bunch of cat toys at the festival I went to.
But cat toys can be a fucking. Whoa! Cat toys can be a fucking empty toilet. Like that's not flexing, bro.
No, my cat toys are super dope, dude. They were like little versions of me with the hair and shit. They
Oh.
were fucking
Little
sick.
voodoo dolls.
Yeah, well, they're about like this big.
I need one for my cat.
All right, man, I'll hook you up, dog. I broke my sewing machine. I made so many of them.
Oh shit!
Boys.
I broke my. Dude, this shit went wild, dude. Just kept
Dude,
going.
I broke my Sanger, dog. I had a backup sewing machine that I inherited from my grandma when she died. I plugged that bitch in to use it. It started smoking. So I'm sewing machine less currently. I can still sew by hand if I needed to. I got the necessary skills, the seamstress skills.
What do you want?
All right, guys, you about ready to let our guests go here? Are you guys good?
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me on. It was tight. It was fun.
Yeah, we just like to stand around and kick it and bullshit. Thanks for the awesome story. And
Yeah, dude, I'll tell Juggalo stories all motherfucking day, dude.
Well, hey, me and you can make our own podcast. We ramble on for days, brother. I'm sitting here like, no, wait, what about this?
No, it would be cool to go in like some of the older, just do a podcast and talk about like certain gatherings. You know what I mean? Like, and find some people that were at those gatherings to get on the show would be kind of dope.
Dude, I got gathering stories for days, bro.
Yeah,
I
there's
seen
lots
Keela
of stories
get
for gatherings.
assaulted.
Maybe I got a special coming soon.
Nice.
Look
All
at
right,
it right
well,
now.
peace out, guys. I hope you had a happy Halloween and all that.
yeah, we did.
Yes, sir.
And we always end the show by saying, blame it.
Lady Mitty.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Nah, we
Amen.
always got it with second
Bam.
grant, bitch.